Okay, so I'm going to just show you a setup. You can do it along with me, if you like. So you will need enough props to have supports under your knees, under your head, a bolster in front of you to curl up against. And that's pretty much it. And so as I was saying earlier, you could have a blanket laid out underneath you. So you would start off, and I recommend that you lie on your left side, and that would be appropriate for your digestion. So first you want to set up enough height for your head. And when you're thinking about how much height you need under your head, the height you need is this distance, the length from the base of your neck to the tip of your shoulder. You need that much height because that's how you're going to be lying, on your shoulder, and you want your neck in line with the spine. So it's quite a lot of height there. You can use cushions or blankets. You could use, for example, you could use a yoga block or two with something soft above it. But so you want to think, when you're here, it's hard for you to see exactly, but I feel that feels comfortable to me. I could even have a little bit more height there. Let's see what if I lift it up a little bit. Yeah, that feels nice. So you're not compressing the neck and the side of the shoulder there. So neck in line with the spine. From there, so you've got that set up, you then want the props under your knees, and that could either be a bolster. It doesn't, so some bolsters may feel too thick, and if you've only got one bolster, you might want to use it for something else. So you could use a narrower bolster, that size works very nicely, or you could use a couple of folded up blankets. If you're using folded up blankets, remember you want the same height under your feet and ankles. Okay, so that's not as high. I would fold that again. But you want it long enough so that your ankles are the same height as your knees. Don't forget that you are also going to need to cover up with the blanket because your body temperature might drop. You want a bolster to have in front of you. And in terms of an eye pillow, I will just talk you through that as well. So if you sort out your knees, either with a bolster or with folded up blankets. So this is the thing about restorative yoga. There's a lot of props. There's a lot of props involved. You know, you can use less props, but, you know, ideally, the more the better. So the one picture, she had her arm up like this. That was actually quite nice, having the arm up like this. That saves needing to put props. You could, if you had spare props, have a rolled up blanket under that wrist. Do you know what? That is really nice. I'm really liking that. And then this one that you're snuggled up next to, I think I'm lying on my microphone, hopefully you can still hear me. So I'm snuggled next to this one. That is delicious. And then in terms of eye covering, the problem here with an eye bag is it's just going to fall off. So you could try and get all the weight up by your ear and see if you can make it stay on, but they don't really want to stay on. So what I tend to use is either a yoga belt or a scarf or a sock. Many uses for socks. Could be a longish sock, and you drape it over your head like that. So I'll just stay here for a bit because it feels so nice and I'm having a little bit of an afternoon rest. And so that you can check in and see what I've done. And then when you come in, you do want to cover yourself up with the blanket. Well, I'll take this off so I can see what you're all doing, but I'm going to come over and have a look in a moment.